In the previous unit, we focused on how governments intervene in the economy using taxes. In Unit 1.4b, we will be focusing on government subsidies. So what is a subsidy? A subsidy is the amount of money paid by the government to the producers to lower the producer's cost of production. Governments extend subsidies to lower prices of essential goods, like bread, for example, in hopes of increasing their consumption, to guarantee the supply of products that the government thinks are necessary for the economy, such as oil and food, to protect industries supplying a lot of employment that would be lost otherwise, causing further economic and social problems, and to enable producers to compete with overseas trade, thus protecting domestic industries. A subsidy has the opposite effect on the market than a tax. A subsidy is an injection of financial capital into the firms, which then lowers the opportunity cost of firms when it comes to production. This shifts the supply line from S to S subsidies. Because the firms receive the subsidy, in most cases, this increases the willingness and the ability of the firm to sell a greater amount of the output at any given price as a result of the lowered opportunity cost of production. However, if the firm depicted in the model wishes to sell Q2 quantities of their product in order to expand their revenue box, they will find that by doing so, a surplus of their product will be created, as quantity supplied will then exceed quantity demanded at PE. As a result, producers lower the quantity available for sale, while at the same time lowering the price, which incentivizes consumers to demand a greater quantity. This is shown with a quantity supplied declining from Q2 to Q1 as quantity demanded rises from QE to Q1. This means that in order to determine how the subsidy impacts the producer, we need to determine what the price of quantity supplied would be without the subsidy. To do this, we need to determine where quantity supplied intersects the original supply line to determine the price of quantity supplied without the subsidy. This, in turn, creates the subsidy box, as you can see in the model. The prices consumers pay for the good goes down from PE to PC, as the price producers receive for the good rises from PE to PP. Therefore, to determine the value of the subsidy, just calculate the area of the box. PP minus PC times Q1. For this market, the black triangle represents deadweight loss. This deadweight loss represents the taxpayers who financed the subsidy, yet do not receive any benefit from the subsidy. So, in short, subsidies aim to change relative prices given to the producers. They're used to help firms compete, whether with international firms. So it also acts as a domestic protectionist policy to a degree. There are numerous examples of subsidies, such as state benefits, free school meals or reduced lunches, working tax credits, agricultural subsidies to wheat and corn and others, subsidies for public transportation, regional development, public housing, employment, and obviously public education. It impacts consumers and producer surplus by expanding them both. The subsidy will shift the supply curve to the right by the amount of the subsidy because it reduces the cost of production for the firm. The subsidy will cause the price to drop and the quantity demanded to rise. The price will not fall by the full amount of the subsidy. However, the price will not fall from the price. However, consumers will get to buy more units at a lower price. The amount of the subsidy involves an opportunity cost to the government. The money must be taken away from other government projects, or it may raise taxes in the future. All right, talk to you guys later.